I want to say that we are not afraid to get our palms dirty because we are telling the truth here and we're going to be dropping names and letting you know who was doing what. Okay. So if you're not prepared for that, keep it moving. You five,
Keep.
six, 7, 8, right on out of here.
Let's go. Welcome to the huddle. Welcome to the huddle. We're here to talk about it. Ladies, let's go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Real Huddle podcast. My name is Millie Figueroa.
Hello, I'm Maria Christophic.
And I'm Stephanie Marchese.
Oh my gosh, you guys, how did we do this? How did we finally make it out of the group chat? We have been friends for over 20 years. We met while we were shaking our asses for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and here we are.
Woohoo! Our first episode.
Yes, episode 1. What are we doing here? Well, we decided that since we have this connection, being cheerleaders for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we've been friends for so long, that we would take our Real Huddle to a podcast and share it with you guys. We know how friendships can navigate up and down, and there are so many transitions in life. And we are just amazed, honestly, I am at least, that we have been able to keep our friendship going for so long. We live in 3 different cities, but we have this bond and this connection when we started dancing together. And they're literally some of my favorite memories to date. And that's why we're here, because we know that our stories can also help you guys.
Yeah, and what we're excited about too is that we know that there's a lot of mom friends out there. Whether you all live a same lifestyle or live a different lifestyle, you guys can stay friends through all of it, whether it's, a great period in your life or something not so exciting or a hardship that you may be going through, but you rely on your friendships. And really what we want to do is talk about, all 3 of us live different lives, which we'll share a little bit more, maybe in future episodes, but how we stay connected. And even though cheerleading brought us together, we're still friends, and we share those experiences together. And we're excited to share that with everybody.
Yeah, and I was just going to share too, is like we're all so different, which is what I love about our friendships and how we've stayed so close is like we all do different things. We all are living our own lives, and it takes work to make a friendship like this happen and keep going strong. And it's been a wild ride and journey, and I'm excited to talk about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then half of our conversations, I feel like that we have, how the podcast started is because we were like, oh, we should be recording this. It's too great not to share.
And think about it, it's not just glitter and pom-poms.
Right.
Like, our friendship has been through so much. We met before boyfriends and fiancés and husbands and kids and careers. We met at a time that was like a prime time for like development, right?
Yeah.
And someone brought up the question a while back, like, would you guys be friends had you met today? And honestly, that's a really good question that maybe we'll answer some other time, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we would have crossed paths, one, but also if we would have the same understanding for each other if we had not known everything we've been through to get to this point, because we are so different. And
Yeah.
it does take work. It takes a lot of work for us to say, like, hey, let's have a phone call at 1:45 before we have to pick up the kids, or, okay, I only have 15 minutes here, or it's only 2 of us and not all 3 of us. But we make it a point to do that because we've had that history, shaking our asses.
But so take it back to the beginning. It was
Yeah.
2006.
It's different for everybody because you started. Okay, so I started in 2005. Yes, 2005.
2006 for me.
2008 for me.
Oh, wow.
We all started at different times, and
Yeah.
Millie, you were my vet. Like we had like a mentor on the team, and you were mine.
Yes.
So we had that connection, kind of a forced connection, that they put us
Well,
together.
excuse me. I was thinking it was like divinity or something,
I
but now you say
know.
it was sport.
We were meant to be together.
That's a
Damn.
better way to put it. Yes, it was meant to be. But yeah, we were so I think that kind of forced us to get to know each other better because you were my vet, you had to like get to know me, be there, help me through all those challenging times in the beginning. But before that, Millie, you and Maria knew each other before I got
So Steph, you go first. Tell me what years you cheered.
there. '08 to 2010.
Love it. Mari?
Gosh, do I even remember? Okay, so hold on. So 2005 to 2009, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I took a little bit of a break, maybe a year or two. And then my last season, because at that point, remember, there was never a cap in years that you could cheer. But
Right, right.
then we came back and they're like, oh my gosh, these old bitches need to leave. So
Oh, I was gonna say we need them.
no, they put a 5-year cap. So they were probably like, they need to
You're
move on
right.
out.
Right, because Jenny Summers and Tomoko Kojima, beautiful, beautiful women. They had cheered 8 seasons at that
Yes.
point, and I remember their 8th season. That we had that cap, that it was a 5-year cap. So I cheered 2006, 7, 8. I took a break in 2009, and then I cheered 10 and 11. And I also think it's important to say, like, I was team captain in 2011. I was the Pro Bowl selection, and I was also
Yeah.
in Sports Illustrated swimsuit because we'll get into this, but people don't know that about you. And it's not like I go around with a t-shirt that says I've been in Sports Illustrated swimsuit, but there's a level of pride that comes along with that. All the things that we've done as cheerleaders,
Oh my gosh,
I
yes.
think it's something that distinguishes us. Not everyone can do that shit. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Mhm.
I would wear a shirt that said that if I did that. Ooh, that's a good idea for Christmas next year.
You know what's funny is that my son, he looks me up at school in Google on Google, and like he'll see because I work in television now, but he'll see some of my headshots and things, and those pictures come up, and he's like super proud of that, which I thought he would be embarrassed, but he's actually very proud
Oh,
of it. I'm like, oh, my baby.
Going way back, yeah, like you said, 20 years ago. Now, those years that we cheered together, we formed this bond because we were going through something that is very unique. We were in our 20s, so it's not like we were kids and we were living on our own. We were having to like, lean on each other to get through life. And I feel like in your 20s, those are hard times to figure out like who you are and where you're going. And I feel like that was a crucial time in life. And maybe why we made these bonds that were so strong is because we were figuring out life together.
How old were you when you first started in your first year?
I was 27.
And Mari?
just 21, 22.
Okay. And I was 26. So I think part of the reason that Steph and I got paired up is because I was one of the older girls. Because I was 20, what did I say, 26? I was
6.
26 when I first started in 2006. You can do that math, whatever you want. And some of the girls were like 18. They were still, graduating high school and all of
Yeah.
this. So that was a really beautiful thing too, to have someone come in that was around my same age because I felt like we had different experiences, right?
Mhm.
But Maria, you were 21 when you first
Mhm.
started, and then you get thrown in to basically navigate this new job, right? With all of these women, all different ages, different personalities, but you all just loved dancing,
Mhm.
right?
And I think it's
Incredible.
important too, like to even mention a lot of people when we talk about it to them, usually their first answer is like, oh, well, did you guys all get along? Always.
Right.
And, you know, and we genuinely mean this when we say we did all get along. And I think it was because we bonded through this experience. And it could have been easy for us to, not get along and find something to divide us. But that just goes to show kind of the structure that had already been built before us. And it was up to like the veterans and people who had experienced however many years prior to us. They kept it going. And I always felt super loved and welcomed. And I really enjoyed it. And then, as you become a vet, you kind of want that to continue. So even though people want there to be drama, there really wasn't much.
No, I agree.
That's a really great question and something to point out because I feel like maybe it's not more men than women that would ask that, but yes, I think the world wants there to be cattiness between women,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm not saying that we were all like best friends, but there was a respect,
Yep.
definitely with the vets and the rookies. Um, if you didn't like something, you might have gossiped a little bit about it, but it wasn't anything that anyone hated each other.
Ladies, let's go.
Like, what would you guys say was something that you took out of it? Maybe one main thing that you took out of cheering that you kind of still use today, whether it's like deep or something just silly and funny.
Walk with a purpose.
Yes,
Shout out to
15
Sandy.
minutes early is on time.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you. So I still make little packing lists. So one of the things we used to get is like a list of things that we had to pack every
Shout
single
out to
game.
Sandy
I mean,
Charbonneau.
you talk about Sharpies, bobby pins, anything you could possibly think of. And I still make lists of things that I have to pack and check them off.
Holy shit. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Isn't that
Beyond.
hilarious?
Yes. But that's you. That's totally you, 100%.
I take that
Yeah.
as a compliment. Thank you.
Absolutely, as you should. I love a couple things about that, right? That we all kind of took something out of it, right? That we still use in our daily lives. Walk
Yeah.
with a purpose will forever be on my mind. Like I even say that to my son, right?
Yep.
I remember walking in an airport one time and I had my passport in my back pocket. And that was like, no, no, no. Anybody could take that passport from your back pocket. So I still think to myself, like, where's your passport? It's like close to your body and you have it. 15 minutes early is on time. That is absolutely how I run my life, even in friendships, right? Because a lot of women like to run late all the time, and that's fine. Everyone can do whatever they want to do, right? That's the point of understanding people in friendships. But I will be there 15 minutes early and I'll wait in my car patiently. I'll scroll Instagram. I'll do all the things while you get there.
Get your shit together.
Just being nice to people, like always saying thank you, and just that like politeness to everybody is
Mhm.
like just huge.
Oh my
And
gosh, that's such a good point. I forgot about that. So that also stayed with me because one of the things when you're cheerleading and you were there game day, there were a select group of girls. Each time it would rotate, but you would go out to the front of the stadium and like either sign autographs or say hi to people. And we were always taught that find something to compliment like the woman that's coming with their husband, with their men, and be genuine, right? Don't just make up something, but find something. And then that allows them to be a little bit more comfortable. And I still do that to this day. I will always look at someone and think about something that they have that I can compliment that I like. And if not, obviously I won't say anything, but typically I always find something to compliment. I love that I learned that.
it's a great quality. I love that too.
Yeah, and we were all three of us were recently on a girls' trip together. Yes, 20 years later, we still do girls' trips. And I remember Maria saying something about that, and it kind of like came into memory. Compliment someone, compliment the woman first. And now that you say it again, Maria, you really do. And it's just like something that's like just
Mm.
like the other thing that we were talking about, the list, but it's interesting that that all came from cheerleading.
It's
And
so
then the other
wild.
thing that I was thinking of is how beautiful that this woman, our coach at the time, Sandy Charbonneau, she had the power to influence us in a positive way, right? And of course, everyone has had a different experience, with this, and maybe you had a different type of influence, but we're sharing here the positive things that came out of that we're able to use in our lives now as mothers, as wives, as sisters, friends, So I just think it's really nice that we have that to share.
Ladies, let's go.
Did you get to date the players?
No.
Actually, it depends who you ask.
Ooh, spell it.
True.
Spell
Okay.
it.
So
I
we
am
were
not.
not allowed to. In fact, okay, we were told that anytime we were at a restaurant, a bar, anywhere, right? We could have been there. We could have literally taken our first bite in our dinner, okay? And if a player walks in, what do we have to do?
Leave.
That
Right.
was wild because I felt like the rules were a little bit different for the players. I do remember this one player that would stand in front of us rehearsing. Like when we had field practice, he would stand at the fence and he would be like, hey Millie, you look good, Millie, all this stuff. And I was just like, oh my God, you guys, oh my God. And I was like, why doesn't his coach say you cannot do that?
Yes,
But
step
my coach
away.
was like, if you dare look at that man, anyways, I told my son the other day and he was like, man, you should have
Mm.
looked at him. You would have been a thousandaire by now.
But I'm sure there were people, I'm sure there are some stories out there. I mean,
There's definitely stories. Not,
So what we're saying is that the three of us did not date players, but we know of some girls that did.
correct. And I was a rule follower. I was always so scared. I was like, no, don't talk to me. Don't look at me.
same, same.
Ladies, let's go.
Okay, where are we today? Can everyone just tell a little bit about where you are and your situation? And yeah,
I'll go first since I'm the
yeah.
only one still in Tampa. Still in Tampa. Have a family and two beautiful boys.
Oh
I
my.
was like, oh my.
Two beautiful boys and a little dog, wonderful husband, and we live in Lutz and own a staffing company. I'm a partner in the staffing company, and I would have never gotten into staffing if it wasn't for cheerleading because one of our girlfriends that we cheered with got me into that. So I've kind of been, you know, growing the family and growing the company, for the past 8 years. But I know both of you have moved on and left me here alone.
Okay, so gosh, I moved to Dallas, Texas. I've been here for about 12 years now. I met
12 years
my
already.
12 years. Not wild. So I met my husband here, been married for 10 years and have two beautiful, wild children. I have a almost 10-year-old and a 8-year-old. I work in nonprofit. I've been a nonprofit ever since I moved to Dallas. And yeah, just doing all the mom things, sports, working full time and just, staying connected to my girls.
Oh, I love it. And I'm so proud of both of you. I just wanted to tell you that because I don't know, just going through your biographies, if you will, it just reminds me of when we first met. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm proud of you and I love you so much.
I
I
love
still
you.
remember when Maria told me that she was moving to Dallas. We were sitting outside of Cassis having a salad, and I looked at her with a big old smile on my face and tears running down my
Yes.
eyes, saying, I'm so happy for you. And
Hey,
that was the day that my best friend said she was moving.
Oh,
Um, on that note, I moved to Atlanta about 3 years ago. I am an unmarried mom to a 9-year-old boy. I work in television and film, and I've been at it for 20 years. And these girls have been with me throughout my entire journey. And I'm going to get emotional because they have seen the ups and downs and have chosen to love me through it. So, yeah.
oh,
always.
always.
But we were just together. We took a little girls' trip and we came back home, and it was great, which
So,
also tied into the Buccaneers because we just celebrated 50 years of
wow.
cheer. We had over 200 alumni reunite on the field for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, as you can see and tell, this connection is lifelong. Like we are on lock, and
Yeah.
we cannot wait to share our journey with you and share just how special this friendship is. All right, you guys. So that's all that we have for you today. We really hope that you will tune in and listen wherever you are. If you're in car line or on the way to work or you're making snacks on snacks. We really hope that you'll listen and find some value in this. We are, again, not scared to get our palms dirty and share our journey with you about motherhood, career pivots, heartbreaks, births, deaths. I mean, everything and
Yeah.
everything in between. We hope to record about once a month, so we will let you know when new episodes drop. We have a social page that you can reach us at the Real Huddle Podcast on Instagram. And of course, you can always email us any questions that you have at therealhuddle@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Millie.
I'm Maria.
Let's go.
And I'm Stephanie. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Welcome to the huddle.